You now are listening to the audio podcast of Prisoners of Hope, the antidote to what ails your heart. I'm your host, Dr. Debbora Whitson. So come on in, pull up a chair, and open up your mind as you get ready to receive the download that hope will bring. Well, hey, good day. It is Dr. D coming at you. Today we're going to talk about the untouched. What I really am talking about is the untouched place in your repertoire. You know the place that you haven't given up control, that place that you hide back, you hold back from God. In Psalms, the psalmist talks about this. This is Psalm 139, verse 7, the Message version. Is there any place I can go to avoid your spirit, to be out of your sight? Is there any place that you can truly establish as untouched? In this episode, we will examine the characteristics of the untouched places that we have in our heart. In the second part of this series, we will cover strategies for bringing these places out of the darkness into the light. So buckle up your seatbelts and stay tuned. There are areas and topics that you don't even want to breach with yourself, letting on anybody else. If it was a physical place, let's go to the kitchen. In the kitchen, it would be the drawer that you have all that stuff in. You've got all kind of crap in that drawer. You have old appliance warranties, twist ties, bandages, burrow pads. You even got that old fortune cookie fortune that you did not want to throw away, and etc., all that crap you have in that drawer. At first, you're aware of what's in the drawer, but over time, as you stuff more and more things into that drawer, you forget what's in the drawer. Let's go out of this metaphor and into the actual. I'm referring to the hidden, untouched parts and spaces, the dark place in your life that you keep hidden from everybody, and you even try to hide it from God. Could it be that it is in your darkest places that you find the doorway? The doorway to what, you ask? The doorway in which your soul passes through to become what God intended you to be. I noticed that in my life, when I was at the weakest place in my life, I thought I couldn't go on. That's when God showed up and showed out. The Apostle Paul wrote about this to the church of Corinth. He said, "For the sake of Christ, then, I am content with weakness, insults, hardships, persecution, and calamities." And Paul knew about all these. "For when I am weak, then I am strong." 2 Corinthians 12:10. Perhaps the path to becoming stronger lies in your reveal of those untouched places and spaces in your heart. To dive into that place perhaps you don't even want to know about, or perhaps that place you knowingly hide. Whichever is true, you don't know that they're there, or you are knowingly hiding it. It doesn't matter. The point is, there is some area in your life you have posted the closed door sign on. you don't want God to enter. You want him to keep out, right? You don't want to talk about it. You don't want to know about it. Perhaps God has labeled these your some area that you don't want to talk about. Some of you might say, no, 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 no. I'm very open. I am really open to God to all things. Hmm. Perhaps your some area is labeled lack of humility, the lack of understanding, the importance of the untouched places, the hidden places in your heart can be a detriment, an impediment to your ability to walk our God, your God given purpose. So these places can pose as an obstruction to your path. You know, at some level, we instinctually know something is wrong. Have you ever felt unsafe, unrest, unpeaceful, unhappy, and you don't even know why? That means you're existing in the world I call of un. Something is off balance. It's called free floating anxiety. Have you ever had it? There's a lot of bad symptoms that begin to manifest when you have free floating anxiety, panic, fast heartbeat, sweating, worry, jitters, on and on and on, inability to sleep. This causes a dumpster fire in your life. So you don't even know what's happening. You just feel like it's out of control, but you can't put your finger in it. You don't know where your anchor is. You're looking everywhere for your anchor. Perhaps your anchor is in that untouched hidden space. You see, the soul knows when things are unsettled, and the Holy Spirit deals in things of the soul. I'm just trying to make the connection for those of us who don't know the way the Holy Spirit communicates. Sometimes it's a thought, just pops in your head. There's no audible word spoken. Sometimes it's a whisper, like David heard in the cave. And sometimes, for me, it could be a shout, like, stop. You feel like you're in the right place. You're doing the right thing, but there's an uncomfortability that you just can't put your fingers on. Perhaps your answer lies in that untouched, hidden space. Maybe it is time to look deeper. In ancient times, many Jewish people traveling to the holy city of Jerusalem at the time of the festival would walk around the country of Samaria, avoiding it like a plague. You see, the Jewish people viewed the Samaritan people as unclean because they had intermarried and they were practicing worshiping other gods beside the God of Jacob. My pastor, he pronounced Samaritan as some area. I like that. So Jesus ventured right into the area and proceeded to engage in a conversation with a woman, which was viewed as forbidden for a rabbi to do in ancient times. It was in that locale that Jesus had the longest recorded conversation in the Bible. So Jesus made an untouched, hidden area, hidden place, noteworthy to the point where we still tell the story of the woman at the well. Back to the question we began this episode with: where can you go to avoid or to hide from the Spirit of the Lord? Can you hide from His presence? Where can you go? The answer is nowhere. I like how the psalmist put it, and I'm going to quote the psalmist: I can climb to the sky, and you are there. I can go underground, and you are there. I can fly on morning's wings to the far western horizon, and you'll find me in a minute. You are already there. Then I say to myself, oh, he even sees me in the dark. At night, I'm immersed in the light. It's a fact. Darkness isn't dark to you. Night and day, darkness and light, they're all the same to you. That's Psalm 139, 8 through 12, the Message version. I just love that. It's saying you can't go anywhere. You can't hide anything, even though we try. In part two of the series, we're going to examine what it took for the woman at the well to let Jesus into her untouched hidden place. Perhaps we can learn from this woman how to let Jesus into our own untouched, hidden some area. God bless. Until next time, signing off, Dr. D. My hope is that this journey has been fruitful and you're able to take it and apply it to your life. Until next time, tune in again for the Prisoners of Hope podcast. God bless.